Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll use Google Stitch, Claude AI to build an Elementor WordPress layout, and we will be using completely free versions. You don't need to buy a paid Claude code. You don't need to use any paid tool. We'll be using free version of Google Stitch, free version of Claude, and basically generate a homepage which will work in an Elementor. So you will create a nice looking Elementor layout using these tools. Make sure to watch the complete video. Without further ado, let's dive in. Okay guys, so I have Google Stitch open and I have aistudio.google.com open and I have my Claude AI open and I have this test WordPress stall which I have created for this tutorial. The reason why we are using this bunch of AI tools because we will try to create design from Google Stitch, write a text prompt and improve the prompt using aistudio.google.com, and finally the JSON code which we need to use for Elementor we will be generating with Claude code, right? Because Claude code is very good at generating code. Now let's start with that. I already have a basic prompt ready here. So it says design a website from plumbing business, main services are as follows. And these are the dummy services which I have added. Now we will first refine this text prompt to be more detailed so we can get really high quality design using Google Stitch. I'm simply going to copy it, go to my aistudio.google.com, and when you click on this playground, you will see all of these instructions here where we have Gemini 3.1 flashlight, which is the latest model selected here. You can change the model from here, but I suggest to go with the latest version. You can also go with the Pro one. The Pro one is more detailed and the Flash one is going to quickly write you a text prompt. So I'm going to say, please write a text prompt based on the following details. Now I'm just going to paste the prompt which I had previously in Stitch. Now let's generate the detailed text prompt which we will then feed into Google Stitch and we will have our design ready by Google Stitch. So let's hit enter. Here you go. You can see that we have these three options showing up and I'm going to go with this second one because we have this hero section and all of the details showing up. So I'm simply going to copy this and go to my Google Stitch and then paste this prompt. Now make sure to select this web version because we are not generating the design for a mobile app. We are generating this for our web, which we will be then importing into Elementor. Now let's hit enter and let's wait for a bit to see what type of design we'll be getting. Okay guys, so it took a few minutes and designed this design first, and then I gave it another prompt to improve it further. So that's the first design which Google Stitch gave us. And the good thing about Google Stitch is it gives you complete design guideline. So here's the complete design guideline. And if I click on it and if I click on edit, you can see that we have this Design.md. So .md meaning markdown file is really important for AI to understand if you wanted to generate the website using this. So it will have a complete guideline on the colors, hover colors, buttons, and all of the details as you can see on this Design.md file, right? And make sure when you are improving the prompt, which was our first step, is give as much details as possible. And so this one is again a very basic prompt. You will need to add in your company details. You will need to add the phone number, address, and all of the details to this prompt to make it more detailed for the AI to generate the result much better. The more context you will provide to your AI system, the better results you will be getting out of it. So make sure you have a really high quality input which you are providing to Google Stitch in order to generate good quality design. Now, once you generate the design and once you like any of the design which is generated by the Google Stitch, you can simply click on it and you will have the option to export it as an HTML. So if I click on this export button, you can see that I have this copy to clipboard. You can directly export it to AI Studio. You can directly export it to Figma, and you can use any custom MCP server if you want. MCP is Model Context Protocol. This is a beginner level tutorial, so I'm not going to cover up technical terms, advanced level technical terms. I'll be keeping it very simple so anyone can generate a design from Google Stitch and then generate an Elementor level website, right? And here we have the option of code to clipboard which will copy all of the generated HTML from this design, right? So we will first copy our Design.md file and give it to Claude. So let's click on edit and then click on Design.md. And then I'm going to copy this by clicking on this copy to clipboard icon, go to Claude, paste it here. And now I'm going to go back to my stitch and then find the design which I like. So for example, I want to have this design in Elementor format. I'm going to click here. And here we have this export option. Click on export. And then we have this code to clipboard button where we will click and click on copy. What it will do, it will copy the HTML code in our clipboard, which will have the complete design. So let's click on copy. And now I'm going to go back to Claude and then paste our HTML code here. Now I'm going to give you guys the prompt as well. So let's paste in the prompt. Now that's the prompt which we'll be using, which simply say attach is the design.md and attached is the HTML code. So that is our HTML code and that is our designs.md instructions. And I want you to generate Elementor JSON format so I can import in WordPress Elementor. Again, we have given this instruction again, so it gives us JSON output only. It does not give anything else. Now what I'm going to do, simply click here and make sure you select the model as Sonnet 4.6. You can use better model by clicking on Opus 4.7, but I have generated with Sonnet 4.6 previously and it was working fine. Now I'm going to click enter and wait for the output to be generated, and then whatever JSON which we have, we are going to import that in WordPress Elementor. Okay guys, we have our JSON format ready. Now I'm simply going to import it in Elementor and see if it works. Now there is another way where we can use Elementor MCP to directly add these pages and sections within the template of Elementor. So we don't have to download the JSON format and import it in Elementor. If you want me to create a separate tutorial for that, comment down below Elementor MCP. And I'm going to create that tutorial where you don't need to import in Elementor and export it from Claude. You can basically chat with Claude and it will automatically generate complete Elementor layouts without you manually copying and pasting the JSON code in Elementor. Now first let's test this JSON code. I am going to download this as JSON by clicking on this download as JSON. And now let's go to the dashboard of the WordPress. And let's go to pages, click on add pages. And then I am going to name it homepage and then click on publish. Once done, we're going to click on edit with Elementor. And now let's click on this template icon here. And here we have a bunch of pro templates showing up. I'm going to click on this upward arrow sign here and then click on select file to import our JSON, which we just downloaded. So click on select file. And here we have the Elementor in JSON format. So let's download that. Okay, now we are getting this error, which says the following error occurred. The source does not support import. This was supposed to happen because Claude does not have context on how the Elementor JSON is laid out, how the Elementor JSON structure is, right? So what we're going to do, we will give it a JSON template, which I downloaded from Elementor, which has all of the sections already created. So I am going to go back to Claude, upload another file. And that is the Elementor file, which I downloaded from Elementor template kit, and it has all of the Elementor sections and widgets added. So let's give it more context. Please read this for more context. JSON which you provided is not working, right? Now it is going to fix the JSON code which has provided, and then we will test it again to see if it works. Okay guys, you can see our V2 JSON version is ready and I've already downloaded it. So that's it, Aquatech Elementor. Now I'm gonna go back to homepage, click on this template icon here, and click on this upward arrow and then click on select file. And now I'm going to import this latest generated JSON format code which Claude provided us. And here you can see that we have template working, and I'm going to simply click on insert. And now you can see that our home page is quite similar to what we generated in Google Stage. Obviously, it's not 100% same. We'll have to update the images. So if I go back to Stitch, that's the design which we generated. You can see it here. The menu, the coloring, the buttons, and the section below. So if I scroll down below, we can see that we have similar layout created in Elementor. Obviously, we'll have to do some fine tuning in it, but we are, I would say, 70-80% there. So it's a really great head start which you will get using Claude Code. Now imagine you have a PDF where you want to convert a PDF to an Elementor layout, or you want to convert a Figma to an Elementor layout. You can convert it using Claude Code, and there is a better version to do that using Elementor MCP, which I previously mentioned. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to create that tutorial as well. That's it for this video. Until next video, have a great day.